Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Open! Chicago with the lead! Hyper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free, the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. Now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page as well. So not only are you following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're new to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show Chicago's going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching us on our mobile app, yay. Please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. Come on, baby. What's wrong with you? You got to keep up with the Joneses and them. Let's do it. Come on. Listen. So go to wherever you get your apps from. It doesn't matter where you get your app from. Just go there, all right? Go there. You type in Sports Zone Chicago. You download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are the archive there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you watch this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago. We have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Okay, put it there. Put us there next to the big boys: Netflix, Hulu, Prime, HBO Max, Apple, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Stars. Oh yeah, telling you, Raising Cane is getting good, baby. It's getting good. But I digress. Put us there so you can watch us on the big screen. Hell, run the big screen right, Vicky, now. Now you can also tweet the show. You can do this at Sports Zone Shy, but CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Man, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or a mobile app, I need you to leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat. It is jumping already. That's what I'm talking about. Levette Lee checking in early with her nonsense. Go Cubs, go. Yeah, whatever, Levette Lee. Yeah, I like this one. Happy Hump Day, y'all. There, we can go that way. Cornelius Squalls with his craziness says, what up, sports owners? You got to love how the Scrubs snatch victory from the jaws of the feet. Go, stop with the Go Cubs and go already, you freak shows. All of you. Mr. Shorty's in the house. Top of the morning to you. One day left before our presents arrive. Yes. Grown Man Christmas is tomorrow. I am fired up. Michelle Walls in the Mickey Picky house says, happy hump day, peeps. Bear down. Yay, yay. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. Junior. What's up, baby? How you doing, Papa? I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. Like A. Murphy. Thank you very much. Hey, if anyone knows where that's from, where Eddie Murphy, where Eddie, and it's kind of a trick question. Eddie goes, thank you very much. If any of you know where that's at, I'll send you two stickers, 2 Sports Zone Chicago stickers to put on about your phone or something like that. Or I'll send you these 2 stickers. All right. If anyone knows where that's from, where Eddie Murphy's like, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my God, that's classic. Shawn, you'll never believe this. I found a Sports Zone app at a Chevron gas station. There you go, baby. There you go. Show day. Hey, listen, guys, we have a fun show. I am fired up. I am excited. Tomorrow is Grown Man Christmas. We have a lot of other sports to talk. Well, not a lot of other sports, but we got a lot of other things to talk. That's for sure. We have a lot of things to talk. We had some baseball yesterday. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Some crazy baseball yesterday. My White Sox. Yeah, they had a rough one. Man, it's always frustrating. I try not to, they face their nemesis, their arch rival, the Minnesota Twins. And let me tell you something. They had a couple of chances yesterday, and stupid Byron Buxton. My goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That son of a gun. He was like Justin Morneau and Yohan Santana. All those guys were Sox killers. And yesterday he didn't do jack spit at the plate. But man, he did it at the end of the game with the glove, with his legs and the glove. He's one of the best when healthy, because that was his issue, staying healthy. He's one of the best center fielders in the game. Easily top 5 center fielder in the game. Easily. Could be top 3. When healthy. That's been his biggest issue, staying healthy. But he always seems to be healthy against us. Man. Then the Cubs, man, my man checking in. I was just thinking about you today, right before the show. I'm like, I hadn't seen Jay Grizz in a minute. All right, stop with your nonsense. See, you come in starting that BS, talking that bull jive. Jay Grizz. What's this? These gummies? This what you got here? Gummies? Talk about, man, the north side was rocking yesterday, baby. It was rocking. You know what? I should. Damn, did I see if I did that? Because they had. No, I didn't shoot. I'll see if I can find it. I can find it. Man, it was fun. Cubs hosted the Dodgers for a really quick 2-game set yesterday and today at Wrigley. And man, oh man, oh man, what a game. Cubs were up early. The Dodgers came back late, took the lead. Cubs came back, tied it, got close in the 8th with King Tuck. Oh, my goodness gracious. Tied it in the 9th, won it in the 10th. What an exciting. I'll tell you what, that place, I'm surprised Wrigley Field is still standing. You know how old and curmudgeony that place is. Surprised it's still jumping of all the fans. I'm surprised it didn't knock the structure down. Damn, that's hot. Oh. But yeah, Clark and Addison was rocking yesterday. And I'll tell you what, you know my disdain for the Cubs, and more truly, they're Cub fans is what I disdain. Not just the Cubs, not really the Cubs. Man, it was a fun game to watch. You guys are getting your money's worth. The Cubs are doing something that is so vital to their season. And we're going to talk about that today. And what they're doing is really fortifying. They're fortifying themselves for later in the season and potentially a playoff run. Shorty, at least we know it's called Quigley Field or Krigley Field. That's I didn't realize it was Krigley Field. Okay, I don't know what that is. Sox Park name changes daily. No, it went from guaranteed rate to the rate because the rates aren't guaranteed. Just like us showing up and playing good baseball isn't guaranteed. So they just took the guaranteed out. Like, we can't guarantee good baseball, so we'll just call it the rate. At least we're not called Krigley Field. Levette Lee, for the most part, no. Too many Chad and Becky's. And the problem is too many transplants. That's the issue. Too many transplants. All right, came to Chicago, from Iowa, from Ohio, from Michigan, from Arizona, from Washington State, from Alabama. You come up and all of a sudden you're Cub fans and now you start talking shit. Like, whoa. Just last week you're kissing your cousin, tipping cows, and now you're talking smack about my White Sox. Like, hold on, Chad and Becky, relax. So that's pretty much it, Levette. Generally speaking, there's some Cub fans I like. Like you, I like Jay Grizz, I like Junior. I don't even like Junior sometimes I like him. Oh, man. I'm messing with you, Ma. I'm messing with you. Oh, snap. The Planksters checking in. And happy Wednesday morning, Shawn. Sports Zone is bear down. Bear down, Plankster. That's what I'm talking about. Checking in. I love it. Everybody else exchanging pleasantries in the thread, in the chat. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. But I'm telling you what, I'm super excited, man. We've got a lot to talk, man. And you know what? My disdain for the Cubs and their fans, but it doesn't affect me from giving an honest, unbiased opinion about the team. I've never let my personal feelings about the Cubs and their fans get in the way of analyzing the Cubs and how they're playing. Cubs are hot right now. Cubs are hot. They're hot, and more importantly, they feel invincible right now. They have this aura, this attitude, this swag that doesn't matter how many runs they're behind or how late it is, how many outs they got left. They still got a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. And that is a dangerous thing for their opponents. That is a very dangerous feeling when you play a team that until the final out is rung up, they feel they have a chance. And that you can't fake that shit. You can't be like, you can't fake it till you make it. No. That has to come. That confidence comes with success. True confidence comes with success. You can feel like you're going to be great at another level as you go up. But until you have success at that level, that confidence is bullshit. All right, it's you hoping that you get success so you can feel comfortable. The Cubs are comfortable now in any situation. In any situation, they're very comfortable. Okay? They have no problem laying down a bunt. They have no problem moving runners over. They have no problem stealing bases. Hell, they lead the major leagues in stolen bases and runs scored. So don't get them on, because they get them on, get them over, and get them in. And that's an attitude, and that comes from success. And that goes right to it. If we're going to talk about coaching matters, because coaching matters, then you got to go right to Craig Counsell. A lot of people wanted his job last year after the first year. Like, oh, this guy's a bum. Get rid of him. Why are you paying him all this money? Blah, 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 blah. And guess what? This year, with a little more help, he leads the majors in stolen bases and runs scored. So you get these guys on, they're getting them over, they're getting them in. And it's a mentality. It's a mentality that they have that everyone believes. It's not a fad. It's not something that's short-lived. They believe it in every fiber of their being that they're not out of a game. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous because as a closer coming in for another team, you understand that. I know the competition, but you also got to put some respect on that. You also got to understand, like, man, these guys don't quit. I got to bring my A game for these last 3 outs because these guys believe and these guys will show and tell. And here's the crazy thing. It's not always the big names. It's not always the big names. You know, Carson Kelly. Who the hell's Carson Kelly? He's been coming through big time. And sometimes it is the big names. Ian Happ last night. King Tuck. Justin Tucker. Not Justin Tucker. Kyle Tucker. Justin Tucker's a kicker. Justin Turner, he's having a rough start, but nonetheless. But then Miggy. All right, Miguel Amaya last night. Another key thing, another key hit, key home run. So there's a lot of everybody's chipping in, and that's the great part about a winning team. Is you got guys who are dying to be up in those situations because you want to contribute. They're dying like, man, I hope I get to bat with runners on or at least in scoring position. I hope I get to matter. I hope my at-bat matters. I hope my at-bat comes up with runners on so I can contribute. And that's what it's like. Everyone wants to contribute down the Cubs. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants to contribute. That's the sign of a championship team. That's the sign of a team that believes in itself, believes in its manager, believes in the talent that it has, and is not giving up ever until that final out is rung up. So enjoy it while you can, Cub fans. Enjoy it. They're playing great baseball right now. They had a tough schedule. This is the third time they faced the Dodgers in a month. Third time, 10 times in a month. Dodgers, this is the third time. The Padres twice. The Diamondbacks twice already. Dude, you had a hell of a start to the year. Wait until you get some busters. Now, here's the only thing. Make sure you don't play down to the level of your competition. Make sure when you start playing those buster teams that they don't start playing unfundamentally sound baseball. You start playing the Pittsburghs and the Colorados and the Arizonas and the Atlantas and the Washingtons. When you start to get those teams, they better keep on. The funny thing is that you have the Cubs, and here's where Craig Counsell is going to be so important. Do they maintain that level of intensity when they're playing the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Colorado Rockies? Do they keep that type of intensity? Do they put them out of their misery early, or do they let them hang around? Okay, that mindset is what you're going to see. If they get on them early and often, then you know they're for real. We got a lot to talk. My man King Booker World checking in. What's up? He says salute everyone in chat. Everyone and Shawn, let the shenanigans begin. Hey, King Booker World, we are going to have, guys, we will have, are you mocking me again today, King Booker World? I did get your mock you sent me. So yours and mine will go over today. Rick Gonzalez says, good morning, Shawn, in the chat. Bear the F down. Stop blowing up the Cubs, my friend. You talking nice to the Cubs is making me ill. Well, Rick, like I said, my disdain for the Cubs and in particular the Cub fans and the Chad and Becky transplants for the most part doesn't affect my ability to analyze them without bias. Okay? It doesn't affect my ability to analyze them. Okay? So if they're doing well, so you know the Cubs got to be playing well for me to be talking. If I'm saying if I'm singing their praises, you know they have to be playing well. And believe you me, Rick, every fiber of my being, it hurts. But I got to keep it up. I got to keep it a buck, man. I got to keep it a buck. All right? I got to keep it a buck. Yes. Cody is King Booker World is grown man's Christmas Eve. Yes, it is. It is. I'm so fired up. I can't wait. Dude, the mock that I got. Hey, King Booker World, you weren't playing. You weren't playing, boy. I saw your mock. I'm like, oh, snap. My voice went up an octave too. Oh, snap. So you know something's crazy when your voice goes up an octave. Oh, really? That's a hell of a mock. We're going to go through that, King Booker World. Dude, if that mock is only one thing that is missing, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it as we to close out the show. Like 10:30, 10:40 we'll do. Are you mocking me? You mocking me? Are you mocking me? Mocking me? Mocking me? Mocking you? No judge. Everyone else exchanging pleasantries in the chat. I'm telling you, I'm fired up. Fired up to talk sports with you guys today. I'm fired up. It's grown man's Christmas Eve. Whew. And I just realized I'm going to miss the second part of the draft. So Friday, I'm going to miss the second part I'm going to miss rounds 2 and 3. There's 2, 3, and 4. Let's see. Two and 3 on Friday. I got tickets. I'm going to see Cat Williams at the United Center on Friday. So I'm going to miss. Man, I have my phone charged up. Hey, you're right, Rick. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say more excited. I would say I'm about as excited as in round 2, about round 2 as I am round 1. All right. And I can see why you'd be more because you're getting 2 picks in 3 selections. 2 selections within 3 picks. Okay. And I can see that. To me, I'm just as excited because I want to see who that first dude is. So I want to see how the board falls. All right. I want to see how the board falls. All right. I really do. And because it could really, 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 Charlie. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited regardless because wherever they go, they've done enough this offseason where whoever they pick, I'm happy with. Again, there'll be some people I'll be more happy with than others. But whoever unless they get a kick in the first round, which is stupid. But for all intents and purposes, there's really not a pick that they'll make that I won't be happy with. As I said, there's levels to it. I'll be more happy with certain players than others. But either way, I'm happy with it. King Booker World. Our family made me a Cub despiser, so I can't be complimentary of them. Every time the Cubs win, a kid gets stung by a bee. Cornelius, we'll be fine because we have 3 picks in the top 41. Yeah, not even top 50, top 41. Yes, I agree. I agree. My evil empire of the Northsiders. I hear you. Mashawn says there's more talent in round 2 than round 1. Well, I don't know about more talent. There's a bigger pool. So there's those 6 to 8 game-changing players that you have in the draft. And then you have a big pool, a unusually large pool of guys that could contribute immediately. That's why everyone's so excited. There's some people you can get at 15 or 42. Same level, same quality of talent. There's some people you can get anywhere in there. Rick says, "You ready for Jetsy, Shawn?" Hey, if they get him again, I can form an argument. I can argue that side of the point of getting him. I can argue that. I personally don't want it at 10, but I can make a great argument for why they took him and why it's a good idea. Junior says, my mom was born and raised in the South Side. Is a South Sider. Really? I didn't know that. What parents did she grow up in? And everyone except her was a Sox fan. She said they were obnoxious, so she became a Cub fan. So she went to the more obnoxious fan base. Oh, okay. Because trust me, all the Chad and Beckys and Trevors. Yeah. In all honesty, round 2 starts after the 10th pick. I hear you. But, oh, snap. All right, it's 9:30. Listen, we got to take a break. I was so fired up, man. We got to going early and often, baby. Just like how we vote in Chicago, early and often. Early and often. Anyway, we got to take a break. I got to get the warden off to CrossFit. Then I'll come back and we will do top of the morning on the other side of the break. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts and awaken minds. Help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
To center field, the wind pushing it way out there. Edman to the wall, he can't get it. The game is tied. Swanson's got a triple. Here he comes to the 2-2. Tucker hits a high drive down the line. There it goes, a two-run shot and a one-run game. Cranks it, center field. Edman back at the wall. It's tied. 10-10. So Davis really going to have to earn it. Ground ball, base hit, right field. Vidal Brujan stumbles a bit as he rounds third, but he can fly, and this game is over. The Cubs tie it in the bottom of the ninth, down to their last out. And on the first pitch of the 10th, win it 11-10.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those are your boys, you North Side Freak Shows. Those are your boys coming back with a classic. That game was an instant classic if you're a Cub fan. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you're a Cub fan. That was an instant classic. All right, you got your big gun up, Kyle Tucker. All right, launches one, almost hit the scoreboard, the billboard in right field. It landed right underneath it. All right, to bring him to within one. You couldn't hit a 3-run homer. There was only one guy on. So, and then you tie it with in the ninth. And first pitch of the 10th inning. Great, but let's talk about the top of the 10th. Let's talk about the top of the 10th, getting out of that inning. All right, because remember, in the 10th, in extra innings, you got a guy on second. Way to get out of that inning without giving up a run. So, let's see. I love the conversations that are going on in the chat. But let's get it crack-a-lacking, baby. You guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
See the first top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? All right, we'll start with you guys. All right. You guys are complaining. Cubs. Man, the Cubs come back and walk off the Dodgers 11-10 in 10 innings. Showtime got the start with no decision. He went 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls, 6 punch outs. Ian Happ with the game winning hit. He was 4 for 5 with a double, his 5th. Driving in the game winner, his 13th RBI of the season. King Tuck, man, that guy keeps adding zeros to that blank check to whoever's going to sign him this offseason. He was with a homer, his 7th, driving in his 24th and 25th runs of the season. Miguel Amaya tied the game in the bottom of the 9th. Cubs down to their last out. Miguel Amaya, he's 2 for 5 with a homer, his 2nd of the season. He drove in 2 runs yesterday, his 13th and 14th of the season. Staying with the Cubs. Next top of the morning topic, the Cubs host the Dodgers again today at Wrigley Field. First pitch is at 6 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. Probables for that game, the Dodgers, to be determined. They don't have a starter named yet. Probably going to be a bullpen day for the Dodgers. Going up against Matthew Boyd for the Cubs. He's 1-2 with a 2.01 ERA. Moving on. The next top of the morning topic. My White Sox. Man, it was a tough one. The White Sox fall to the Minnesota Twins 4-2. Davis Martin was on the bump. He got the loss. He's 1-3 on the season. He went 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 3 walks, 3 punch-outs. Nick Maton, he was 1 for 5 with an RBI, his 3rd of the season. And Jacob Amaya, I don't know if any relation. He had an RBI, his 4th of the season. And a new catcher they just brought up, Edgar Quero, 3 for 4 yesterday. This guy looks like he does not look like this moment is too big for him. He looks comfortable. He looks at home. Now you just want to keep getting him more and more at bats. This kid looks good. The catcher. He's a catcher for us. Staying with the next top of the morning topic, Minnesota again today. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. That's Central Time. You can catch them on this. You can catch them on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. The probables for tonight's game for the White Sox, Bryce Wilson. He's 0-0 with a 4.50 ERA going against David Festa for the Twinkies, who's 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA. The next top of the morning topic, the Bears. Yeah, baby. The Bears prepared for the draft. And then yesterday, what is it? Yeah. They prepared for the draft on Thursday, and General Manager Ryan Poles and Assistant GM Ian Cunningham spoke to the media yesterday, and they were talking about it. There was something about it. Something about this that in Ryan Poles, he's giving me this weird feeling. He's giving me this weird feeling that they're going to trade. I don't know if it's going to be up or back, but I'm getting this weird feeling that the Bears are going to trade that number 10 pick. Again, I don't know up or back. I don't know. Just call it a vibe, a premonition that I have. It just the way he was speaking yesterday made it seem like, to me, that he's going to trade. The trade's going to be involved in that number 10 pick. And again, it really all depends on how the board falls. It really does. Let's see. What's this? Just checking his comments. Black Diamond checking in, top of the morning to you. Go Cubs, boy. He comes in with his nonsense. All hail King Tuck. Hey, that dude's something else, boy. That dude is something else. Rick Gonzalez says, I got a feeling he's going to trade up. Rick says, I got a feeling. I do too, man. I do too. There's just something about it, man. I just don't know what it is. It's just. Then yesterday, staying with the Bears, next top of the morning topic. Linebacker T.J. Edwards, veteran linebacker T.J. Edwards, and rookie wide receiver Rome Odunze received the Brian Piccolo Award for courage, commitment to the community, and it's given out every year to two Bears players, one veteran and one rookie. See Coach Ben Johnson there in the middle of them, and it was a pretty cool thing that Ben Johnson actually wrote a poem for Brian Piccolo, and I thought that was pretty wild. And it shows his commitment, shows his dedication to and respect for this program, for this organization, and its former players. And here's the. I wanted a video of him saying it, but we don't have it. Here's it's called More Than a Jersey. This was by Ben Johnson. Said he wore the C upon his chest, not just in games, but in each test. A Bear by number, name, and grace, but more than that, a steady face. He wasn't picked in any round or fame, no headline danced around. He still fought and still he rose, a quiet strength the whole team knows. With courage burning deep and true, he gave all in all he'd do. Not just in wins, but every day, he led with heart in every play. He stood for loyalty and trust. A friend, a guide, both firm and just. He showed that greatness just doesn't shout, but lift others up day in and day out. His life was marked by dedication, a model for each generation. Each practice moment, snap and stride, he gave the game his soul and pride. When illness came, he met the storm with strength that moved beyond the norm. And though his race was far too brief, he left behind a bold belief. The love is real in brotherhood. Back is doing good. The joy and grit can coexist. That every name deserves a list. Today we see his spirit rise in steadfast hands and fearless eyes. And though he's gone, his story grows, a legacy that never slows. That was from the head coach, Ben Johnson. He didn't have to do that. You know, and that's a great point, Shorty. He said, dude, can you imagine growing up a Bears fan and winning the Piccolo Award? That's crazy for TJ Edwards. That's got to be crazy. Yeah, that's funny. Rome looking like one of the members of Bone Thugs and Harmony in the Crossroads video. King Vocal World. Inside sources are telling me that the Bears are drafting somebody at 10 that will play for this team and be great. That's how a lot of these media. Yeah, I'm telling you. From my sources, the Bears have a draft pick tomorrow. You can book it. The Bears have a draft pick in the first round tomorrow. This is what my sources are telling me. Like, really? It's dead time right now, and you're trying to get clicks, and you will actually have people who say that. I'm telling you, tomorrow the Bears have a first round pick. This is what my sources are telling me. I talked to a lot of people in the league, and the majority of them are just about all of them are saying the Bears are going to have a first round pick tomorrow. They're like, no shit, Sherlock. Thanks. Jay Grizz. Ben Johnson throws a nice sinker pitch too. That was a nice Opening pitch. It's not the real team to cheer for. He just had to go there because they're in town. Don't worry, he'll get to the south side, baby. Yes, he'll throw some heat on that. It'll be a Mr. Shorty says, is it actually possible that we finally got our head coach? Yeah. It's in the Chicago Sun-Times. So if you have a subscription, Shorty, you can find that poem because it's in the paper today. All right, it's in the paper. It's in the Chicago Sun-Times today. So if you have a subscription, you could probably pull it up or Google it, I would say. But that's a pretty cool. King of Book of World, you ain't lying. Said Ben Johnson is going to be a king in this city if he turns this team around. He has no idea what his status, his superstar status will be if he wins a Super Bowl here. He'll never have to buy another dinner or another drink in this town. You're stupid. King of the world. Ben Johnson, when he throws the first pitch at Sox Park, will be the best pitcher for the team. Oh, you're a fool. They're going to try and sign into a contract. Shorty says, if Ben and Caleb win us more than one Super Bowl, forget about it. Yeah, that's, God forbid they win more than one, because he'll have the first flying car that'll take him to anywhere he wants to go. It'll be a gift. Tax write-off for the company, whoever it is. Like here, Ben, you can fly above traffic. Whenever you come into the city, you can just fly above traffic. You don't have to deal with coming down to Kennedy. All right, you can get down there. We'll have a spot for you wherever you're going to dinner. They'll have a spot for you to land your flying car. Like you fool. Ben would rather throw out the first pitch at a Joliet Jackhammers game than the Sox. You're killing me, Book of World. If Ben Johnson leads his team to a Super Bowl, the damn vice lords are going to be his personal security. Jay Grizz jumps in. If Ben wins more than one Super Bowl, we'll name the new stadium after him. I don't know about that. There's a lot of money that's going to be going to those naming rights. There's a lot of money going to be going to the naming rights for that stadium. Shorty says, good thing I started my podcast 3 years ago and ramped it up through the losses. Shit is about to blow up. I hope so. I really do. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. I think we're in a good spot. I think we're, one of the most important things is we got a head coach. We got a guy who can build around the quarterback that we have. We got a young talent. This guy's on a rookie deal. So we got him for 5 years at a fairly at an affordable price. Okay, an affordable price. So you got to get it. You got to get it done within the next 5 years. And the crazy part is, you got to get it done before you get the stadium built. Stadium's probably won't even be built. Okay, because it'll take 4 years, maybe 5. Because you got to get shovels in the dirt, and you got to excavate it. All right. Then you got to go in. You got to lay all the big pipes and everything for the sanitary pipes and the water pipes and, lay the foundation. You got to dig down into the, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. King Book of World, I don't know who's going to be more of an asshole, me or you. So I'm telling you now, when they get good, I'm going to be insufferable. I'm going in on all North teams. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to be worse than Patriots fans were. The Patriot fans were unfreaking believable. And they had every right to be. They went to 10 Super Bowls in a 20-year span. That's every other year they went to a Super Bowl. They averaged every Super Bowl every 2 years. They averaged. Won 6, lost 4. Should have been 8-2. If it wasn't for 2 catches. They were, man, I went to school in Massachusetts. So all my friends, to them, the floor every season was the AFC Championship game. That's the floor. You better get to the AFC Championship game. Got to get there, otherwise it was a failure of a season. You got there and lost, okay, it was a good season. You got there and won, oh, we're used to this. New England fans were unfreaking believable. The most obnoxious, condescending pricks. And I'll tell you what, you think they were bad. I'm telling you, I'm going in. I hear you, King Book of World. I will be obnoxious as all get out. Yes. Now, KC fans are the worst. Now they're the worst. At least the Patriot fans are real fans. I know 3 cheap fans before them homes. I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, KC fans they're horrible. Yeah. They came out of the woodworks 5-7 years ago. It's like, come on, man. Stop your nonsense. Stop your nonsense. But let's get to baseball a little bit before we go to break. I started off with the Cubs. I'm gonna finish up a little bit and then head to my good guys. All right, great game yesterday by the Cubs. I told you I was going to mention it. Here's what they're doing. They're winning games. They're coming back from deficits late in games. And what they're doing is they are bulletproofing themselves for the season, for down the stretch, and for the playoffs. Okay? That's a dangerous thing when you have teams that believe like the Cubs are believing in themselves right now. Closers know. And you can be the baddest closer on the planet. When you know the team you're about to face has a litany of comebacks throughout the season, you cannot mess up. And the worst part about it is, it's not if the Cubs continue to win the way that they're winning. The worst part about it is, it might not be the Tuckers, the Ian Happs, the Seiya Suzuki, the Dansby Swansons. It might not be those dudes. It might be the Carson Kellys of the world that come up big for the Cubs. So there's literally no person you can kind of exhale with in that lineup. Because it doesn't have to be the big boppers. It doesn't. Because every person on that team is dying to contribute. Dying to contribute. So as a closer, you're like, damn, I'm at 7, 8, and 9 in the order. I can't ease up. Because 7, 8, and 9 could get a double, a single. There's 2 runs. Now we flip the order. The success that this team has really done a number on the remainder, the non-starters of this. The pinch hitters. You don't think the pinch hitters are going up there on a mission now? It's like, man, they wanted me in this spot. I want to contribute. How do I contribute? I need a base knock, or I need a ball hit to the right side of the field. This is a good thing for the Cubs. Really good thing. Because I'm telling you, one of the most dangerous things is a team that believes in itself. All 4? 1 through 24, they all believe that they have a chance until the final out is recorded. Everybody. That's a dangerous and scary thing for the rest of the National League, especially the National League Central. So congrats to this point, Cub fans, holding up in first, coming back, beating the Dodgers. Can you do it again today? Cool. I'm a White Sox yesterday, 4-2. A rough one. What do we have? 13 games in a row. We've lost to the Minnesota Twins. We got to snap that. If we lose today, it'll be 14 games in a row streak, longest losing streak against one consecutive team in Major League Baseball history. And Byron Buxton, that son of a biscuit. Sox did a phenomenal job, and I'm telling you, I'm liking this team. The way that they're fighting, get a little more talent, and they will be like the Cubs are, because the White Sox do not quit. Loaded the bases yesterday, no outs. Slow grounder to the first base to the second baseman. Run scores. Guys goes from second to third. They throw him out. Oh no, the guys went to second and third. So there's 2 outs. Andrew Benintendi at the plate gets a hold of one. Gets a hold of one, takes that to the right center field gap, and Byron Buxton, this mother Hubbard. This lands both, and the guys are running. It's 2 outs, so they're going on contact. So the guy in second is going to skip home. It's most likely going to be a double. Byron Buxton comes out of nowhere. First of all, he got a great jump. They showed it. They panned back and they showed the hit. As soon as the hit, they showed him. We saw him take off. Phenomenal jump on the hit by Benintendi. Gets close to the warning track, jumps like Superman, catches it, and lands to end the game. That kills. He's been a Sox killer for as long as he's been in Minnesota. Son of a biscuit. Phenomenal play. Great job by Andrew Benintendi working. I think it was a 3-2 count. He worked that pitch. They were working that closer. They were working him. And Benintendi the same. Got a pitch he could handle. Right center field gap. Fortunate. Byron Buxton patrols center field for the Twins. But you see the things that this team is doing. Sometimes they just can't get the key hits. Like yesterday. That's just karma. He got good wood on the ball. Takes it to the right center field gap against a Gold Glove center fielder who makes a phenomenal catch. Just yanked our hearts out because that would have tied the game. And who knows? Maybe the next guy up gets a base hit. Sox win. They hold serve in the bottom of the ninth. Game over. Sox win. And that streak. We don't know what happens. There's a litany of things that could happen. But it didn't. Byron Buxton robbed us. Phenomenal play. He was shaded slightly to left and took off. But I like the way that this pitching staff is. I'm at Junior. Oh, your mom was from Bridgeport. I didn't know that, Junior. I've known you almost 30 years and I didn't know your mom was from Bridgeport. Shut the front door. I had no idea she was from Bridgeport. Rick's like, we lost. We suck. Move on. King Booker World, yeah, you're right. Sox just don't have the dogs. We have the will, just not the skill. And here's where I think that they need some of these youngsters to develop. And you might have some dogs. I was watching in one of the commercials. I forgot. I didn't know who it was because he's new, and I don't recognize the kid's name. And he said, because they have a special tomorrow or Friday or Saturday, where they're gonna look at the prospects, take a deep dive into the prospects. A lot of them who are been up already. And one of the guys says, I want to make the Hall of Fame. So you don't make that kind of comment. And if you don't make that kind of comment without knowing your dog, without being that dude. And the only way you can do that is to get some more time, get some more bats, have some success. But having the will, that's the first part, King Booker World. That's the first part. You got to believe. You got to have that desire. You got to have that burning desire to be great. Shawn just learned 2 things about one of his best friends today. Today's a good day. In my Ice Cube voice. Yes. Junior, your mom's from the South Side, and she's from Bridgeport. But Shawn, I agree. Old man Reinsdorf is still the issue. I agree with you. But sometimes you can get somebody in the middle. Like the Bears. Okay? But if he's hired by Reinsdorf, I agree. And maybe you can strike lightning in a bottle. I don't know. King Booker World says Mamba mentality exists in every sport. Yeah, it does. Hell, it exists in life. Not just sports. In life, it exists. And you got to be that dog. You got to be relentless. And that's the one word I love using is relentless. Relentless in your pursuit of greatness. Relentless in pursuit of your goals. Relentless. Like Kobe. Kobe was like, man, I'm not going to the club. Oh, man, come hang out with the club with us. Oh, I bet. I'm going to hang out with the club with you, but then you're going to come with me to work out at the gym. 5 o'clock in the morning. They go out, come in at 2. Kobe's up, banging on the hotel doors. Let's go. It's almost 5 o'clock. We got to get to the gym. Relentless. He talked about it. This is what I hope and I want to see, and it rings true to me, and it means it hits me a different way because that's how I was. My senior year in high school, when nobody looked at me, when I was a backup, I got no play as a junior, none. They didn't even put me in blowouts. They had a senior ahead of me who never played, so he went first, and we were getting blown out. We weren't getting blown out my junior year. We were blowing teams out at Rita. Bobby Rush was the guy in front of me, a senior. He went in before me. And that relentless mentality, I swear to God, I was the last person in the weight room every single day. Every single day. Running the hills at Marquette Park. pushing my mom's car around every Saturday morning around if you know Marquette Park, you know they got the inner drive. I'd go from Kedzie, like 71st and Kedzie, all the way back into the park, close to the 67th and Kedzie. I pushed that freaking car. She had it in neutral, and I pushed that motherfucker every Saturday because I wanted to be great. And I feel, and it frustrates me when you get athletes who don't. I can't even say go above and beyond, because there is no above and beyond when you want to be great. There's no such thing as above and beyond. There's no such thing as that when you want to be great. I'll find out who that was. Next time I watch the game, I'll figure out who that player was who said he wants to be the Hall of Famer. If you want to be a Hall of Famer, then there's no such thing as above and beyond the Call of Duty. Everything is in play. That's the mentality you have to have. And if you got one of those guys, because a lot of these guys have come up through the system together, maybe it goes off, it rubs off on some of them. Maybe they become relentless in their pursuit of greatness. Maybe they don't attain to be a Hall of Famer. If they don't, maybe they just become great players. Maybe they become perennial all-stars. Maybe they become perennial gold glovers. Maybe they become batting champions. Who knows? But all it takes is one person in a team to have that mentality that there's no such thing as above and beyond when I want to be great. That's the same thing in life. There's no such thing as above and beyond what I'm going to do for my family. No such thing. Everything's in play. Whoever the hell your coach was, man, knew exactly what the hell he's talking about, King Booker World. Exactly. Coach always said the job is the preparation. You must fall in love with the process. The process. And if these guys can fall in love with the process on the South Side, man, they're going to be good. And give me that one guy who just desires to be the best. I don't care if he wants to be the best second baseman, second shortstop, the best second baseman, best shortstop, best left fielder, best right fielder, best catcher. I don't care. Just want to be the best and do everything every day to get to that goal. And you're going to pull a lot of people along with you. Yeah, me and Junior, I'm telling you, when I got back from New York, I was staying out in Tinley Park. I was teaching. I was driving in. I was still playing ball. Junior and I were still playing ball. I used to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. From Tinley Park, I drove all the way up to, was it Elston and Lawrence? Is that what it was, Junior? So from Tinley Park to Elston and Lawrence, 57th and Orion, down to the Hubbard Street, the Hubbard's Cave, the Jane Byrne Interchange, all the way up to Lawrence to go work out with Junior. Be there by 4 o'clock in the morning. 4:30, we'd be there. Only people who were there were me, Junior, and the strippers from the Gentlemen's Club around the corner. Me, Junior, and the strippers from around the corner. That was it. They just got off work. They go get a workout in. But to me, it didn't matter. There was nothing that I wouldn't do to be great. And after every workout, every single one, we'd be stretching in the aerobics room. Junior come over, we give a fist bump. He'd always say, another day, another victory. And I'd repeat it, another day, another victory. So can we get one of these guys who wants to be great? Because if we can, he's going to pull some guys along. And it's a shame that Lewis Robert isn't that dude who wants to be great. Because he would pull a lot more people because of his talent. Shorty, you in a T formation, bro. Ben loves Bears history. I bet my left nutty brings the T formation back in some degree. You in that T formation, bro. the desire to be great. Man. When I see players like that, it touches a special part of my heart. It moves me because I had that desire. Right? Rod Graves didn't give me a chance to freaking try out with the Bears, son of a biscuit. He's still around the NFL. I don't know if he's with the Chargers or somewhere. So I took it to another level. And that was with the semi-pro, with the Chargers and then the Thunder. And it worked out. But anyway, let's take a quick break. And we're going to talk some Bears. All right, King Booker World, about 10:40, we're going to get our mock drafts in. We're gonna have a lot of Bears talk to close out the last 45 minutes. We're gonna have some Bears talk, a lot of it. All right, so keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Launches this one into left field, going back, and it's off the top of the wall. Bader will get it into second, and Luis Robert Jr. just missed a home run here in the first. See what we can do here, this 1-2 pitch. Drives it in the air to deep right field. Flornick will make the grab, as the run will score from third, and Baldwin advancing to third. Back up the middle. Sosa, step on the bag, throw to first, and a double play is turned. 2 to Dahlbeck. Hits this one hard, and just inside the line, a fair ball. Caro, he will stop at third as Dahlbeck. On the ground is Sosa at second, goes to second, over to first, double play.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of CHSN, Chicago Sports Network. Those are the good guys from the South Side with a tough loss yesterday at the hands of their arch rivals, their nemesis, the Minnesota Twins. Sorry. Let's see. Michelle says Lubob has the ability to mind. He don't have the mindset. He has the ability. Lewis Robert is a 5-tool player. 5-tool player. Who did what to me, King Book of World? I'm not sure of the question. Was that the one who didn't give me a tryout with the Bears? Is that the question that you're asking? You said, who did that to me? If that's the question, that was Rod Graves. I spoke with him. I was living in New York, and I was trying to get a tryout with the Bears, and they – yeah. But anyway, don't get me started. I'm going to start twitching. I'm going to start twitching. There we go. Get our logo up here. I'm excited. Repeat this. So there's tons of draft. Here's what Greg Gabriel said. This from yesterday. Remember I told you with the one team I was really worried about taking Mason Graham was the Jacksonville Jaguars. They really had me worried. And according to Greg Gabriel, okay, that from what I understand after this morning's phone calls is Jacksonville is down to 3 players and all around offense. The 3 are Genty, Warren, and McMillan. Mason Graham is not in the equation. So, according to Greg Gabriel, who's plugged into the league, if Mason Graham falls that far, we may have a shot at him. We might. I'm telling you, the best thing that can happen for us is Jackson Dart get someone jump up to take him. And I looked at it, and I moved the group here. Tennessee, they're not trading that number 1 pick. So you know they're going after Cam Ward. Cleveland. Here's where it gets crazy. They take Abdul Carter. A lot more people say that they're leaning toward Travis Hunter. You get Travis Hunter, the New York Giants, most likely it's going to take Abdul Carter. I don't see why they wouldn't. New England, they'll probably take Will Campbell, protect Drake May. Jacksonville. All right, you just saw what Greg Gabriel said. Jancy, Warren, or McMillan. Does Jacksonville take Ashton Genty? You know, they got a new play calling coach. You want to pair him with Trevor Etienne? Have a 1-2 punch down there, or do you go with Tyler Warren? That's Jacksonville. The number 6. If they go with Tyler Warren, Vegas probably takes Ashton Jeanty. So I got 7, 8, and 9. The Jets. What do the Jets want? Do they want a left tackle? I don't know. Number 8, Carolina. The Jets wants an edge rusher. Does Carolina want an edge rusher? Do they want Mason Graham? I don't know. New Orleans, quarterback, I think. Shedeur Sanders. And then us. One of my takes. Again, the Jets in Carolina might not let Mason Graham get past them. Might not. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm listening and I'm listening to different people talking. It frustrates me when I hear people who don't know football talk football. It just annoys me. Maybe I'm a snob. I don't know. I know they get paid to talk on the radio, but it annoys me because you don't know shit. Not saying I know where people are going to get drafted. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying a lot of times people don't know shit. It just annoys me. And they're talking about a whole bunch of different things, and I'm just like, sometimes I just got to turn it off. I got to go back to 104.3 Jams instead of listening to people who don't know football talk football. 104.3 Jams. I'm trying to think of what was said yesterday that I said, you have to be kidding me. Like, you can't be that stupid. Can't remember who it was or what the topic was. And this is after I said, I won't forget that so I can talk about it on the show tomorrow. And then I forgot. They're still talking about Will Campbell's arm length. Like, have we not gone over that ad nauseum? Have we not? You know, I'm a firm believer, let the film do the talking. Let the film do the talking. Not the measurements. King Book World. The Giants do something stupid and draft a wide receiver. Cornelius says, Mason Graham doesn't excite me at all because his listed measurements weren't the same as his combine measurement. Yeah, so for some reason, he lost like 25 pounds. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He was down 25 pounds at the combine. Like, what? You okay? But the thing about him is, one, he's extremely talented. But two, more importantly, he's got a motor that doesn't stop. He reminds me a lot of Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was vastly undersized. 6'1". 6'1", 300 pounds with abs. You freaking kidding me? With abs. And they took him right before us. Remember in 2014? He took him right before the Bears. I was fired up to get Aaron Donald, and they took him. The Rams did right before us. I was cursing. I was in broadcast school. I remember I yelled out, fuck. Some people came running into the studio because that's where the TVs were. It was the night of the draft. And I'm like, they just took Aaron Donald. Like, what are you talking about? I said, the Rams just took Aaron Donald. That's why we had to get Kyle Fuller. I'll never forget that. I was so mad because of the direction both franchises went and what direction the franchises could have gone had we gotten Aaron Donald. But Mason Graham is a dude that gets me excited because he's one of those playmakers with a motor that doesn't stop, just like Grady Jarrett. That's why for me. Yeah, his measurements were different. I don't know why, what the hell that was going to. Yeah. Yeah, if he falls, Cornelius, if he falls to you, drags a half down. Yeah, Mason is something special. What's worse than people that lie about knowing football and then they double down by lying that they played D1? I know a guy like that. Really? That's crazy. Black Diamond says, Shawn, I do not give a shit about measurements. If you can play left tackle, you can play left tackle. After 3 years of following Campbell, he can play. If Graham's gone, you draft him. I agree. Black Diamond, I don't give a damn about. Don't give me shit about measurements. I don't care. Don't give me shit about measurements. Let me watch. Who's he played against? And how did he do? Who's your daddy and what does he do? Oh, yeah, no one came up with that. Shorty, I got to send some stickers because that was Eddie Murphy Raw. When he was like, thank you very much. Remember he was telling the joke Samuel L. Jackson was his uncle who's laughing? It was delirious, I think. It was delirious. It wasn't Raw. It was delirious where the little young Eddie Murphy was telling the joke about the monkey climbing up and crapping on people. You know, give me the film. Let me watch the film. Let me watch the film and I'll make an assessment. All right. I'm not worried about his. So think about this. This is an inch. Okay. About 2 inches. I know every inch matters. That's what she said. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. But to tell me his arms, when you watch him play against other players that are going to play on Sunday and dominate them, the fact that his arms don't fit your prototype, that's going to be a factor for you? That's going to be a factor for you? No. Let me see him play. Let me see him play in one of the top 2 conferences in college football who have a litany of players who play on Sundays come from those conferences. And if he becomes an All-American, first team All-League because of and while he's playing in that conference, yeah, I'm good with that. I don't give a damn about his arms being an inch or two too short. I don't care. Yeah, to be real, I don't even think Aaron Donald was 6'1". No, I think it was six and change. He was 6+. 6+. He wouldn't even hit 6'1". I won't name names, but you and I know the same guy. Russell Webster, good morning, Bob. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. So give me my green. Dude is elite. Yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud. You got to go back and look at his background, the situation with wasn't he with the accused 2 separate instances of sexual assault? You got to look and see. You know, because you don't know. The crazy part about that, and I don't want to get too far off topic, but the crazy part about that is you have to investigate because women will do crazy shit. You don't believe me? Look at that chick who's suing Shannon Sharpe. She's suing Shannon Sharpe for $50 million, knowing that the rumor was that he's probably going to get $100 million contract sponsor for Club Shay Shay. Talking about he raped her. he raped her, but then she went back to him. He raped her, but she doesn't want to put him in jail. She just wants his money. Really? Then she releases some texts that are edited, some texts taken out, but she's telling me, put a big black baby inside of me. Right? Women like this are the reasons that actual rape victims are questioned when they cry rape, which is why actual rape victims sometimes don't come out. So you got to go and check, Mike, that you got to go check and be certain. Because we could have talked about Shay, that whole situation. He came out. And you know what? He should have. He should have come out. He should have said it's a lie. He released some of the texts where she's telling him she wants him to do all this stuff to her. So Mike Green is a stud. I agree with you, Russell. I agree. Just make sure we got that background checked out. Good. Cornelia says, in my opinion, we'll dodge a bullet if Campbell and Graham are gone. Okay. James Ford checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Black Diamond says disagree. What comment, Black Diamond? And to whom? Is it me you disagree with? Cornelius? Russell? Who you disagree with, Papa? Yeah, these guys to be smart who they sleep with. Well, that's the problem. You got to remember, there's a situation. Sometimes you get guys who didn't get girls in high school, okay? Maybe not even in the beginning of college until they became stars and superstars, and all of a sudden they're cute. Like Biggie said, black, ugly, however, stay coochie down to the socks. You become a star in college, and all of a sudden girls start throwing themselves at you. You go to the next level, women start throwing themselves at you because they know you're a multimillionaire. And it's tough for guys who didn't get a lot of girls for them to say no. When a girl that you could be a centerfold is throwing herself at you, it's tough. Then you got the guys who did get girls, and they continue to get girls, and no big deal. But you're right; they have to be smarter. They have to understand it's a game that's being played. Oh, you said you're Cornelius. Oh, okay. About Graham and Campbell. Yeah, Cornelius, you and I are on opposite sides of the fence on that one. Yeah. Cornelius says Green at 10, Judkins at 39, and Savania at 41. I can see that. Although I would take I wouldn't take Green at 10. Yeah, the lady's not good looking at all. What the hell is Shannon doing even entertaining her? Well, because she hangs in those circles. And if you see some of the things that she's saying, you just know you're about to tear it up. You have to get crunk with it. Which is why we got to have discipline as men, especially men of color, especially affluent, rich men of color, got to be more disciplined. Might as well have said, put a Jamal in me. If you saw those, where did that come from? If you saw the text messages, it was crazy. But let's get back to this. Let's get back to the draft. We got a minute or two because then we got to do mock. Are you mocking me? King Booker World, we'll go through your and my final mock in about a minute or so. All right. Unless it's Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport, when they say something, I believe them. All right, these are guys who are plugged into every NFL team. You got GMs on speed dial, texting back and forth. Someone else, and then fake accounts. Yesterday, someone said, that the Vegas Raiders weren't taking Aston Janty. It's a burner or a fake Adam Schefter account. It's Adam Shelfer. It's SCHE and then a 1 FER. It's a SCHEFTER. And it got a lot of things. Oh, and everyone was giving their opinion about it. And I'm like, this is a fake account. I don't understand why people do that stuff. Russell says, I still have a bad feeling Shamar Stewart is high on polls boards. Gervon Dexter 2.0. Yeah, Shamar Stewart, the guy, his productivity in college doesn't equate being a number 10 overall pick. Look like Tarzan, like G. Look like Tarzan, play like Jane. So yeah, I don't think he's on the Bears roster. But it's time. My final mock. We also got a mock from King Booker World 2.0. All right. I'm going to close out the show with, are you mocking?
It's like, I don't care about nothing, man. Roll another blunt. Yeah.
Mr. Gambini, are you mocking me with that outfit?
Mocking you? No, I'm not mocking you.
You on drugs?
My Cousin Vinny, one of my favorite. That's in my top 5 movies of all time. That's in my top 5. Blues Brothers #1, Shawshank Redemption #2. My Cousin Vinny's 3, 4, 5. It's somewhere in there. I got to sit back and think about it. My Cousin Vinny. Are you mocking me, Mr. Gambini? Let's get into King Booker World's mock. Okay, this is badass. There's one thing that's missing, but it's badass. Let's keep this. So you traded up for Mason Graham. Okay, good. Then you waited for 39 and 41. 39, you got Travion Henderson. I like it a lot. The running back, one of the running backs in this draft that are extremely, extremely enticing. Travion Henderson. Then 2 picks later, you go after the safety position that is up in question, up in the air because of Jaquan Brisker. You get Xavier Watts. I like it a lot. Then you wait, you go get Isaiah Bond, the speedster from Texas. Okay, I'm good with that. Jackson Hawes, tight end from Georgia Tech. Hopefully he can contribute. Nick Martin, special teams guy for the most part, but still not a bad pick. He'll probably be a special teams guy. Not a bad pick, though. 240. Only thing I'm thinking is missing is an offensive lineman. Other than that, I like it a lot. I love the Mason Graham. I love Travion Henderson. Love Xavier Watts. I like Isaiah Bond. Jackson Hawes I like. Nick Martin I like. Those first three, bro, I like a lot. A lot. Mr. Shirley says, ooh, a trade up. And Shorty says, Travion Henderson is also a want of mine. Cornelius Squalls. Solid mock, but I take Judkins and Jalen Conyers over Henderson and Hawes. Well, I'll tell you what. Jalen Conyers will be gone. So where would you take him? He'd be gone by 233. Because I tried to, well, you'll see mine in a second. Where would you take Jalen Conyers? You take him instead of Isaiah Bond, Cornelius, at 148? Will he still be there at 148? Possibly. Because I'm not taking Jalen Conyers at 439 or 41. Really nice mock. Oh, Cornelius says, yeah, so you take him instead of Isaiah Bond. Okay, he said at 148. So you take Jalen Conyers. I could see that. I'm cool with that. Yeah. I am more than cool with that. Then you can give me another left tackle at 233. This was King Booker World's mock, Shorty. King Booker World. I should have put it in there. I'm sorry. Usually I do, and my bad, King Booker World. Yeah. Good mock. Good mock. Again, trade out Isaiah Bond. I could do Jalen Conyers, the tight end. Yeah, like remember, I don't watch college ball, so I'm just going off what I hear. And this is a really solid draft, dude. If the Bears came away with this draft, I'd be happy. We got three guys who immediately become starter, most likely big-time contributors. Mason Graham, Henderson, and Watts. Big-time contributors in week one, week one, season one. Mr. Shorty says, you and I are same with that, Booker. He doesn't watch college football is what he's saying. So here's my final mock. From a guy who didn't do them since they've come out. Last year was the first year I ever did a mock. I like these freaking things now. Graham starting over Jarrett and Billings. No. He's in a rotation, big time. You know what? Rick? Maybe. It's going to be him and Gervon Dexter fighting because I think Grady Jarrett is more of a specialist. But you didn't pay him like a specialist, though. That's a good question. Because if you want Jarrett to come in and strictly passing downs, keep him fresh, I'm cool with it. I understand it completely. But Gervon Dexter has been taking steps forward. And maybe drafting someone like Mason Graham lights a fire under his ass. Competition. I'm taking your job. And guess what? NFL stands for not for long. So if you don't come to compete, Gervon Dexter Sr., this dude could replace you, and they don't need you anymore because you got this youngster for 5 years and Grady Jarrett for a couple of years. What are you going to do? Moving the nose? I concur, Rick. That is a great problem to have. A problem that the Bears aren't usually in that position to have. A good problem. D-lines, Cornelius says D-lines are all about rotation now, so Graham would be in the rotation. Oh, yeah, he's definitely in the rotation. Yeah, I just don't know if he start. But he's definitely in the rotation. That's hands down. Here's my final mock for the 2025 season. Bam. How you doing? Kelvin Banks. Man, he was the only guy that I could have got. I guess I could have gotten Green and I was like, nah, let me just fortify that. Maybe just fortify that offensive line with Kelvin Banks. All right, we traded back from 10 to 14. I was able to get Kelvin Banks. Then we got at 39, I got Xavier Watts. From 41, I traded back, got another pick. Still got Travion Henderson. Loved him. In that trading back, I got the 47th pick. I got Landon Jackson, edge rusher out of Arkansas. I got a little silly with it. For some reason, I got Harold Fanning Jr., who's a great tight end. Don't get me wrong. Real good college tight end out of Bowling Green. Then I short up the defensive line to Jordan Phillips. And then I got Jalen Conyers late. He was still there. And when he was still there, I'm like, you know what? I got to take him. Cole Kmet's going into the final year of his deal. All right, you got a lot of 12 personnel from Ben Johnson. You're going to need 2 tight ends, probably 3. So I took Jalen Conyers, and I got an Arizona third rounder in 2026, in next year's draft. Black Diamond is just not a fan of Banks. I hear you. Some people aren't. I try to address all the needs. I try to shore up that offensive line. All right, then the safety issue, the running back position. Travion Henderson can scoop. The 4-4 guy, he can scoop. Went to the defensive line. Landon Jackson. I don't know if the kid has what his physical ailments are. Does he have like alopecia, or is he? Shoot, what is the? He's an albino. I don't know. He's just interesting. Rick, he says safety at 39 is interesting. You think Brisker too much of a risk? I'm with you if you do. Yeah, I am. And I could have switched Travion Henderson and Xavier Watts, but since I traded back, I was getting the 41th pick, and it comes up with a trade. I'm like, yeah, do I want to trade back? Because I think someone might have taken him. So I took Watts. I thought you could take Henderson then, or we could get someone else, but I definitely wanted Watts. Cornelius says, I'd be fine with a draft like this, but I really prefer Quinshon Judkins over Henderson, but Jordan Phillips would be a steal. Yeah, Jordan Phillips at 148 is a steal. And that's the kind of guy who's going to come in with an attitude of appreciation and a big-ass chip on his shoulder. Big-ass chip on his shoulder. Jordan Phillips, if he goes 148. Cornelius, you like Judkins, huh? That's cool. And we got an Arizona third rounder in 2026. SuperBack's mock draft 3.0, the final draft for 2025. Final mock draft for 2025. Mr. Shorty says Judkins would definitely pair better with Swift, Cornelius. So it's almost over. All the speculation, the lies, people saying, my source tells me this, my source tells me that. This is what I know is going to happen. Because all that bullshit is going to be done in a little over 24 hours. Let's see, about 33, 34 hours. Starts at 7 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. 11 tomorrow's 24. We got 8, 32. About 33 hours. Another day and a half. Excited. All the speculation ends. We can really start to see where. Yeah, Henderson's speed is crazy. Judkins' speed is a bigger back with speed. They both have. No, this start at 11. It starts at 7. So it's 11 o'clock now, almost 11. 12 hours would be 11 a.m. Oh, no, 24 hours would be 11 a.m. All right, and they start at 7. So you add 8 more hours to that, which is 7 o'clock. And they're 10th. So they're going to be a good hour or so. No, the draft starts at 7 p.m. Central. All right, everybody, we're all going to be excited. And I almost bought the new draft hat, but for some reason I didn't like it. This is the draft hat from last year. I got it in time for the draft. But when I saw the new draft hats, I was like, I actually had it in my cart, and I was going to buy it. I was like, what do you guys think? I'll get it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It seemed like there's a little too much going on. This is a draft hat for this year. I'm going to upload it real quick. Upload it, and then here we go. There we go. This is the draft hat for this year, and then let me know what you think, because I'm like, Here we go. Here's the draft hat for this year. Ah, Bashan said I already got the new draft hat. Okay. Yeah, I like the flag in front. It just seemed too much. You got the vine on the visor. I don't know. It didn't sit with me. It didn't grab me. You know, when you buy some shit, it's an emotional purchase. It grabs you. You look at it, they feel good. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear it with this. I'm gonna wear it here. All right, and it wasn't grabbing me. It wasn't grabbing me. My son says, "Man, I already got the new draft hat. Dope. So, yeah, I was going to buy it, and it's. But man, guys, have a good time tomorrow, wherever you're watching it. I'm gonna be watching it at my buddy's place at the third location of Output. He's opening up his third location. My guy Eddie G, and man, it's going to be pretty dope. Pretty dope. Oh, come on, put the. So I'll be there. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. I'll be there and yeah, checking it out. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. So, you know, I don't know the address. What's the address? It's in Berwyn. You gotta Google it. Anyway, well, listen, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go pick up the warden. Shorty says, "Happy drafting. See you Friday." Shawn, I'm just posting the photo of the the hat on Twitter. What do you post it on Twitter? But we'll see you guys. Oh, here you go. Oh, okay. I see it. Oh, you got the white one. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see it. Well, guys, you have a phenomenal day. All right, it's going to be nice and warm today. Temperature is going to be around, 70 to 65 degrees now. Going to hit probably close to 70. Rainy, overcast, that's fine. But nice warm weather today and tomorrow. Enjoy it. Do yourself a favor. Let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Make sure you send a quick text, all right, a voice memo, something to your peoples. Hey, meet them up tomorrow for the draft, something. All right? Brunch over the weekend, lunch, dinner, drinks, happy hour, whatever. Do yourself that favor. I'm telling you, both parties will be happy. But I want to thank you guys, man. This chat was live today, and I appreciate your love and support. It makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, man. You guys do. As we blow up, we keep the same energy, and definitely gonna shout out my peoples from day one, my day oneers. So I'm out of here. I gotta go pick up the warden. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, have a phenomenal day. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I'm gonna replay this tonight at 6. Okay. But for now, I am out.